How to create a self-care bullet journal spread. Key takeaway. Tracking progress over the weeks helps stay motivated and make self-care part of your daily routine. Habit trackers provide an easy way to keep track of self-care and help you stick to a routine. Mood trackers are an effective tool to identify patterns, diagnose issues, and boost your mood. Using mood trackers in conjunction with therapy can help your therapist better understand and tailor your treatment to your needs. Creating a line a day section in your self-care bullet journal for daily affirmations can help remind you to be good to yourself and prioritize your mental health. Creating a self-care page in your bullet journal to list self-care ideas makes it easier to make time for yourself and prioritize your self-care. Bullet journaling. The self-care experience can be used in conjunction with any information from counseling sessions or other therapies, giving your therapist valuable insight into how best to support you on your journey. Self-care bullet journal ideas. Creating a self-care bullet journal can be a great way to keep track of your mental and physical health. There are multiple different trackers that you can combine to make a great bullet journal self-care spread. By creating trackers for things like water intake, exercise, meditation, and time spent outside, you make it easier to see what needs to be done. Habit trackers. Keeping up with the little things. You can easily keep track of the little things that you may not pay attention to throughout the day. If you want to make it a habit to drink water every day, you can include this in your habit tracker. You can use a habit tracker for most things, but for this example, we will focus on creating a self-care habit tracker. Creating the tracker. It's also important to include fun self-care with activities like spending time outside, meeting up with a friend, or diving into a favorite hobby. Personal experience. When you create your self-care habit tracker, you should create a weekly tracker, as that is the easiest way to start. This not only will help you keep track of the current week, but also help you stay on track with your personal self-care morning routine, and allows you to concentrate 1 week at a time. Next, you create shapes that you will fill in with a marker each time you complete a particular habit for the day. You will become more aware of the habits you need to stick to or drop, and start to take care of yourself more. Mood trackers. By keeping track of your mood throughout the day, you might discover that you tend to feel more anxious during the late afternoon, or that you feel happier on days when you get enough sleep. Creating a mood tracker spread. Include a key. When creating a mood tracker for your self-care bullet journal, it's important to include a key for each mood. This key should have the corresponding mood with a specific color so that you know what each color means. Examples: happy, yellow sad, purple angry, red stressed, blue. By having a clear key, you can easily track your mood and gain insight into how you're feeling over time. How mood trackers can be helpful to your therapist. It can also serve as a useful tool to complement your therapist's treatment approach. If you choose to include additional notes on the days you're struggling, it can give the therapist valuable insight into what might be causing your change in mood. This could include noting any events or situations that might have contributed to your change in emotions that day. By having this information, your therapist can better understand what you're struggling with and provide more targeted therapy options. Using mood trackers in conjunction with therapy can also ensure that you receive the right treatment and in return shorten the road to recovery, or at least stabilize the issues you are having. By having a clear understanding of your mood and mental health patterns, your therapist can develop a better understanding of your needs and tailor your treatment accordingly. By working together with your therapist, you can get the best possible care for your mental health. A line a day for daily affirmations. Another way to use your self-care bullet journal pages to promote positivity and good mental health is to create a line a day section for daily positive affirmations. To create this section, line your page for the month and label each line with a number that corresponds to the day of the month. Then, each day, write something that you would like to hear or something that is encouraging. This helps remind you to be good to yourself, especially on days when you might be struggling. The goal of practicing self-care is to prioritize your own well-being, and daily affirmations practicing gratitude are a great way to give yourself a boost and focus on positivity. Adding a gratitude log to your bullet journal is a great way to remind yourself of things we sometimes forget about. Self-care list ideas. One of the things you can include in your self-care bullet journal is a page dedicated to listing your self-care ideas. This page can be filled with activities that you love to do, such as taking a candlelight bath, going on a hike, taking yourself to lunch, or having a picnic. You might also want to list your self-care ideas for things you don't get to do very often but are still important to you, like attending a comedy show or engaging in your favorite hobby. Bullet journaling the self-care experience. Bullet journaling the self-care experience is a great way to make it easier to understand social self-care and keep track of your moods and emotions. By creating a mood tracker, you can gain insight into when your mental health is better as well as when it may need extra attention. This can be especially helpful for those dealing with mental health issues, but really, practicing self-care, kindness, and therapy is for everyone. Working with your therapist. The mental health tracker entries you make can also be used in conjunction with any information from counseling sessions or other therapies, giving your therapist valuable insight into how best to support you on your journey. Dealing with a particular mental health issue. Take note of any events or problems that came up during that time, as well as personal development such as how you were feeling. Conclusion. Self-care bullet journaling can offer many advantages to your mental health, as well as making sure you're looking after your physical and emotional well-being. Self-care takes time and effort. Use this journal to make sure you're setting aside time for self-care activities for yourself each day. Over time, it will become second nature to prioritize your self-care time for your well-being without having to look at a prompt or reminder.